So do you guys think anyone who voted for Bush is an American idiot?
No. I mean, just a misinformed idiot. So it's
Good answer.
you know.
I have a question about a song lyric in Jesus of Suburbia. When you mentioned the moms and Brads, I was wondering if the name Brad was a personal reference to something, or why you said that instead of dads.
We sort of are definitely in a generation of people that come from broken homes, you know. So it's and people sort of refer to their parents also on a first name basis nowadays. Jesus Suburbia took a long time, you know. I mean, we were driving back because we were in the studio just up in Oakland, and I don't know. The only thing I can think of is, holy I can't believe we just made this thing. And there was this fear that was like, oh man, you can't, there's no looking back now.
We'll do Kerplunk will be the next time we do a Storytellers.
With a song like Holiday especially, we've opened a dialogue with, you know, certain people, and the record really, you know, there's a conscious thing throughout the record, and that is, it's, you know, it's speaking from an individual standpoint. It's not pointing fingers necessarily, but it's direct though.
With the sort of escalated censorship that's been going on lately, also, I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to lay down and roll over and be safe and put something out that won't, you know, no one have any question about being safe, or are you going to stick your neck out and, you know, let them bleep out what they want to bleep out and say what's supposed to be said? So that's Green Day style.
When people were hearing this album, they were saying Dixie Chicks a lot. We're just kind of laughing, going, "Yeah, you're telling us that the main, you know, political objectors right now are the Dixie Chicks. I think it's great for them. I mean, speak your mind, and God bless them, you know. But hey, you know, we got if that's where the buck stops, you know, then we got to change the rules a little bit."
Hey guys, I was wondering if Boulevard of Broken Dreams is a real place.
Well, the title comes from, there's an old James Dean photo where he's walking in New York, and he's in a just underneath it says Boulevard of Broken Dreams. It's a great photo of him. So that's where I sort of nicked the title from, and yeah, it's a real place in my heart, man. There's this road. It's just going right up here. It's going past my nipple. Tire tracks all over it. Yeah, skid marks on my heart.
A song like Boulevard of Broken Dreams is a completely different kind of song. I think it sort of scared us a little bit, but at the same time, it came very natural in a very inspired place. So a song like that, you know, it's like anytime you're doing something that makes you nervous and makes you, but makes you feel like you're making new ground. I think that's what, you know, that's when you're onto something that's not only, you know, the next step, but it's something that's probably great, you know.
I'm wondering if Jesus Suburbia is the same as St. Jimmy, like he's having a schizophrenic type of a thing. Is he the same person?
I think the original thought was that it was kind of the same person. It could be two different people. I don't know. I mean, it just, you know, St. Jimmy's that. I love St. Jimmy. I mean, he's pretty cool, you know, and he's pretty sexy, you know. But it's he's I don't know. It's sort of part of a split personality that I think a lot of people have, and it's sort of they just get disconnected from themselves a little bit and maybe follow a self-destructive path, and I think St. Jimmy sort of symbolizes that, you know.
Which one of you has a Grammy? Where is it? What are you doing with it?
Actually, they Grammys is like one of the only things that they give us all a Grammy, which is to their credit. So
they give you dummy Grammys at first. So the first thing you do is you're like walking off with this trophy, you're like, yes, and then all of a sudden,
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Everybody's holding the same Grammy on TV.
This is for Alicia Keys next. Sorry. Like, ooh, she's gonna win, huh?
So it's like getting your diploma then?
Yeah, pretty much. If I knew what that was like.
I think that the true hero of the whole record is the what's-her-name character. You know, she's a person that never really, you know, wanes. You know, she never, like, falls from grace, really. She's the one that kind of stuck to her beliefs. And sort of left all the bullshit behind. So
the different structures in this record that we really wanted to go for is like, I mean, if we're writing about characters, then I think a lot of the highs and the lows and the structural shifts of gears and stuff have to be like real life. They got to really affect you. Rock and roll has always been an educational source for us, whether it's punk rock or rock and roll or anything, and it's always taught us to be dangerous and to ask questions and be individuals.
When September Ends is a really beautiful song, and even though it's sad, since it addresses, your father's passing away, and it also makes people think of 9/11, it still gives me like this hopeful, inspiring type of feeling. So I was wondering what you were thinking when you're writing this song.
I know that song. I mean, if there's one song that kind of veers away from the story of the album a little bit, it's that one. So it's just a personal thing. I mean, I've never really tackled an issue about singing about my father or anything like that. So, excuse me.
This is God. Don't talk about that song. This is God. I will smite you. I will tackle this issue.
So it's just, it's one of those songs. It's hard to sing, but definitely therapeutic.
A song like Homecoming is like to come back to your hometown and find all these things, and or else it couldn't be something else. It could be, you could find, your home might be a mental institution or prison or something like that. Which that could be, someone's home, but. It's a
reflective ending. I mean, it definitely is. It's open-ended, and we wanted it like that for a reason. I think because I think as individuals or as the characters in the book, people are just they don't know. You don't know until it's over. People say, "Can rock and roll change things?" Well, I think it can. If it changes your mindset for 1 second or makes you question anything, then yes, I think so.
Yeah, moves mountains. The What's Your Name character tells. Jesus St. Jimmy, what they don't want to hear, but inevitably that's what they were going for to begin with. And that's the whole twist of the whole thing.